What's good, Washington fans? Happy Friday. You already know I got my Wizards shirt on. A lot of stuff happened last night. If you are a Wizards fan, make sure you guys check out the videos that I made last night for the draft. But let's get to football. So most importantly, we want to talk about some of the news that came out yesterday. Today's day 3. Matt Ioannidis was placed on the COVID reserve list. And Curtis Samuels was placed on that list as well. So they might have came in contact with somebody that has the virus. They might have the virus themselves. They have not said, so we'll see. Curtis Samuel's on the pup list anyway, so now he's on the COVID list. So, I just don't see Curtis Samuel really playing until week 1. All the stuff going on with him. Tim Settle was activated, and then Chris Miller was placed on the COVID list as well. So those are the news and notes for transaction-wise. Ricky Seals-Jones is doing okay. He had a leg bruise, so that's good news. It's not like a broken leg or torn ACL or sprain or anything like that. So that's good news for him. So like we always do, we're going to get into where some guys were lined up. They didn't really say that too much today, and then we're going to read and react some plays, and then we're going to get out and enjoy our weekend. There is a practice tomorrow, Saturday, which is Fan Appreciation Day. So that should be a lot of fun. I heard it was very, very hot today. Guys were fighting, rumbling, and wrecking each other and whatnot. Sammy Reyes put somebody in a headlock, Cole Holcomb. You know how strong Sammy Reyes is. And Tamarick Hemingway got in a fight with Montez Sweat as well. So it was hot. They've been going at it, getting real physical. The practices are ramping up and getting more physical. So tempers flare, man. These guys, it's tough. It's very physical out there. So fights do happen in training camp all the time. So this is from Rhiannon Walker. First play on 11 versus 11. Montez Sweat starts out and lines up over Adam Humphries in the slot. And Adam Humphrey bails out eventually, but that's where Fitzpatrick wanted to go. The pass was too long and almost intercepted by Cameron Curl playing back deep. So it was an incompletion. Looks like Montez Sweat was in coverage on that play. So that is very interesting, putting Montez Sweat in coverage. He's versatile. He's super fast. He can do a lot of things and does have some position flex there. This is from Rhiannon Walker again. Lamar Miller with a great cut and run up a wide open hole on the left side of the line. Didn't get touched until he was almost past the second level of the defense. So Lamar Miller had a good play there. We can't sleep on him. I don't really think he's going to make the roster. But, he had some good years with the Texans. So, if he can revive, he had a couple injuries, but he's still a solid running back. So, if he does, somehow make the roster, he can make some plays for us. So we got a couple solid running backs on the back end. Peyton Barber, Jared Patterson, they're all battling for a spot. So it's interesting. She also says pretty ball from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Cam Sims working on an out route. Not one within 5 yards of him, and Cole Holcomb eventually pushes him out of bounds. So another good play from Cam Sims. Calvin Armour actually he also had a good catch on one-on-ones, and Terry McLaurin did burn William Jackson the third on one-on-one drills. But that's typical for the wide receivers to win that drill. This is from Zach Selby. That's back-to-back receptions for Cam Sims. Cam Sims had some nice yards after the catch on his first grab. Interested to see how that part of his game develops. So yeah, run after the catch. The Giants game where he had 3 catches for 110 yards. The Pittsburgh Steelers game where he had a big screen pass and took it for about 30, 40 yards. That set us up for field goal. It set us up in field goal range. So Cam Sims, he does have run after the catch ability. He's really good with that. So he's definitely going to make the roster. Team drill start, and Landon Collins was at strong safety and Cameron Crowe was at free safety. So that's the combination that started out. Zach Selby also said that was some solid teamwork by Sadiq Charles and Keith Ishmael on William Bradley King. Sadiq Charles kept him in check, and when he tried to move over to the center, he and Keith Ishmael passed it off perfectly. So good blocking from Keith Ishmael and Sadiq Charles. That was probably the second or third string guys blocking William Bradley King, the 7th-round pick. Then this is on 9 versus 9s from Rhiannon. Chase Young with a speed rush to beat left tackle David Sharp in 9 versus 9. Young reached Taylor Heineke just before he got the ball out. So that's Chase Young doing Chase Young things right there. You already know what it is. Then Rhiannon says, Sadiq Charles has not had a good morning thus far. James Smith-Williams roughed him up and tossed him on the edge. And then Montez Sweat went right through him to reach the quarterback. So Sadiq Charles is still learning, man. He only played 3 snaps last year. James Smith-Williams, it looks like he got the best of him there. And, he got beat a couple times today. So he didn't have a good day, according to Rhiannon Walker. He's been put at right tackle. He's been put at left guard. He's been put at left tackle. So he's just figuring things out. He's been, a lot of position flex, just switching from role to role. So I guess it's been a struggle for him today. But, we got to get this guy up to speed. He's got to get more snaps. He's got to stay healthy. So Sadiq Charles did not have a good morning thus far from Rhiannon Walker. She also says Troy Apke closes out the 9 versus 9 session with a big pass breakup. So this is good from Trapke. This is good for him playing cornerback as Calvin Harmon looked to have the catch, dug it out as Harmon tried bringing it to his body. So good play by Trapke. That's a good play by him. And Chris Harris says, I see you, Trap. I see you. Chris Harris always gets the guys hyped. You know, he says, you don't like nice things when you drop interceptions. So this is from Zach Selby. He says, dear God, McLaurin is on it today. Just had an over-the-shoulder grab way downfield from Fitzpatrick. William Jackson III on the coverage threw his hands, and Fitzpatrick threw his hands up after he saw Terry made the play. So great play from Terry McLaurin. I mean, like I said, I'm expecting 1,500 yards from him. I think he's capable of doing it. I think he can arguably be the best receiver in the NFC East and definitely be a top 10 wide receiver. He just needs the quarterback play. You know, he had Colt McCoy as a quarterback, Dwayne Haskins as a quarterback, Alex Smith. Who else was the quarterback? Kyle Allen. He's just had a roller coaster, just a circus of quarterbacks. You know, what is it called? It's just a circus carousel, quarterback carousel. I'm probably forgetting some quarterbacks. Case Keenum was his quarterback as well. You know, so Logan Thomas, you can count him in there too. So he's at a quarterback carousel. He just needs a consistent quarterback. Terry with a good quarterback, man, he'd probably get at least no less than 1,400, 1,500 yards. So I'm excited to see him with some better quarterback play. Somebody who's going to take some chances down the field like Fitz and Heineke. I can't wait to see it. So, yeah, that was a 40-plus yard reception on William Jackson III, the number 1 corner for the Washington football team. This one was an interception by Cole Luke, the linebacker, tipped a pass off the hands of was tipped off the hands of Tony Brown, wide receiver Tony Brown. At least an interception as Cole Luke gets under the Taylor Heineke pass. Chris Harris is very pleased with that, as y'all might imagine from Rhiannon Walker. Another play by Troy Apke with some great effort on a deep pass from Kyle Allen to Calvin Harmon. Calvin Harmon laid out to try and reach the ball. Apke did too to make sure the ball fell incomplete. So Troy Apke making plays out there, man. He's balling. This is what I talked about earlier. Tamberg, Hemingway, and Montez Sweat got into a heated exchange. Chase Young steps in. So then him and Hemingway were going back and forth. Ron Rivera steps in front of Hemingway to get in the middle of the fight. And Hemingway is eventually sent to the sideline. So they sent Hemingway to the sidelines. They're like, yeah, you're not going to mess with Montez Sweat and Chase Young, basically. Very nice play. Montez Sweat makes light work of Sam Cosmi and loudly celebrates the sack, looking at the offensive side of the field. So Sam Cosmi, he's got his work cut out for him. This is a learning experience for him. This is how you're going to get better. You're going to get some of the best pass rushers in the NFL, arguably the best pass rushing duo in Chase Young and Montez Sweat. You know, the defensive rookie of the year. This is who you have to go up against day one. So this is not an easy task for Sam Cosmi, but that's the best way you can learn is by going up against the best guys in the NFL. So and Brandon Sheriff in his press conference did say that, you know, he reminds Sam Cosmi every time that, like, hey, you're going up against Chase Young and Montez Sweat every time. Casey Toohill sighting, the backup defensive end, working the left side of the line, gets to the edge and is able to tag the quarterback for a sack. So that's good to hear from Casey Toohill. Rhiannon Walker also says Deron Payne with a massive rejection to bat down to Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, Deron Payne did that a lot last year, batting down passes. Montez Sweat as well. Montez Sweat with a big run stuff as J.D. McKissick ran to his side, throws his arm up and looks again to the offensive side of the field and says, come on, dog. Montez Sweat bringing that heat and bringing that energy. You know what it is. The next play, Taylor Heineke throws a deep ball down the left side of Tony Brown, who goes over the head of Cole Luke for a 20-plus yard reception. So Taylor Heineke making some good plays with Tony Brown. That sounds like the second team and third team. So if you notice that's second team reps for Taylor Heineke and not first team reps, I do want to see Taylor Heineke get some more first team reps. Landon Collins sighting here. Big breakup by Landon Collins on a pass to Dax Milne. Momentum took him out of bounds, and he got some cheers from the fans as he jogged back to the huddle. So that sounds like Landon Collins is recovering well or is fully healthy from the Achilles injury. This is funny from Pete Haley. He says, reserve tight end Hemingway and Montez Sweat just got heated. Had to be separated. Hemingway was salty for an extended amount of time. Brandon Sheriff, meanwhile, was just shoving random guys, including Cameron Curl and John Bostic for fun. So Brandon Sheriff just having some fun out there pushing guys around. That's pretty funny. Back-to-back plays. Montez Sweat gets through Sam Cosmi to sack Ryan Fitzpatrick. Next play, Landon Collins comes through the line clean to reach Fitzpatrick. So that's basically 3 sacks in a row right there. Montez Sweat just kind of teaching Sam Cosmi a lesson right there. So got to get Sam Cosmi up to speed here. AGG has been having himself a productive 2 days at camp. He catches most of the footballs thrown his way. This is from Rhiannon Walker. His most recent was a back shoulder fade. Defender right with him slips, and then Gandy Golden is up the sideline. So that's good to hear from AGG, man. He definitely. I think he's going to make the roster because, that's Ron's pick, but it's going to be tough between him and Kelvin Harmon. Him and Kelvin Harmon are both balling in training camp so far from what I heard. And I want to see AGG do well. He didn't do much last year. He was injured. And when he did play, he just didn't get a lot of opportunities, didn't really play well, had a drop, and he did have a nice reverse play, but we want to see more from the guy out of Liberty. I think he has the athletic tools, the physical tools, and, he can do a Rubik's Cube as well. So we'll see what he can do. Cam Sims did get hurt, but he was back up and walking. So Ron Rivera did say he was fine as well. So that's good news about that. Let's see what else. Punt returners were Dax Mills, Steven Sims, DeAndre Carter, and Isaiah Wright. Another pass from Fitzpatrick to Terry McLaurin, who beat Cameron Crowe on the play. The chemistry between the quarterback and wide receiver has been on fire from Zach Selby. So I love hearing that chemistry. I can't wait to see Fitz and Terry with the chemistry right there. Like I said, Fitz is probably the best quarterback that Terry McLaurin has had so far, other than Alex Smith, honestly. And that's really, really bad. Like I said before with the quarterback situation, I want to see Terry McLaurin with a really, really solid quarterback. I can't wait to see it. So I'm happy to hear that. Isaiah Wright is getting some work and looking good from Zach Selby. First had a play for a decent game, then made a catch on the opposite sideline for what would have been a first down. Ron Rivera says Isaiah Wright had a good day as well. Peyton Barber turning it up with a big run up a clean hole on the left side of the line. That lost weight shows as he looked quick, kicking it into next gear from Rhiannon Walker as well. This is from Matthew Parris. That Eric Flowers got some first-team reps today. David Sharp was at left tackle, and Charles Leno is here. So basically, he's just saying that Eric Flowers got some first-team reps today. So I do want to see that battle with Wes Schweitzer. And also random guys who had a nice day today. Cole Luke, the linebacker, had interception and good instincts. AGG had a good day today. Not the fastest, but strong hands. And Tamarick Hemingway was feisty and worked as the number 3 tight end for most of the day, as he got in a couple fights as well. So that's why he said he was feisty, from Matthew Parris. Lake Lewis Jr. with another some inside info here. De'Ami Brown has been really impressive so far in camp. He continues to win one-on-one battles and get deep on defenders. He's already made a couple of solid catches today. I love hearing that. Lake Lewis also said Montez Sweat is letting Sam Cosmi know that he can't block him. The competition has picked up for sure on day 3. It's hot out here, so tempers are short. So yeah, that's it for today. Sam Cosmi, he's just going to get better each day going up against the best guys in the NFL. I want him to get that competition. We don't want him to go up against easy defensive ends. You got to play against the best to beat the best. So Sam Cosmi is getting that work. We'll see how Lucas is when he comes back off of the virus list. If, he's going to be better in practice against Montez Sweat and Chase Young, we'll see. But Sam Cosmi needs all the work that he can get. And I love seeing Fitz and Terry get that chemistry, So we'll keep watching and monitoring this quarterback competition here in Cam Sims versus Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon versus AGG. That's a huge camp battle right there, in my opinion, for that last wide receiver spot. And I'm hoping that Curtis Samuel can get off this virus list and get off this pup list sometime soon. So, all right, you guys, you enjoy your weekend. I will be back Saturday recapping day 4 of training camp. All right, you guys, held to the football team. Peace.